Hey everyone, welcome to the IMEO YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about your go-to-market strategy, and specifically for new companies or somebody who is rebranding, re-strategizing, whatever the case is. This is your video on go-to-market strategies for new companies.
You knocked me down, you thought that I would be out, but I turned lost into found, I finally figured it out.
So whether you're launching a new product or service, a solid go-to-market strategy is essential to ensure a successful launch and sustainable growth. As I mentioned in this video, we're going to cover key components of the go-to-market strategy, and not only that, but how to implement it in your new company or new venture. All right. So the first step is creating your go-to-market strategy, and that entails identifying your target audience. Who are the people that your product or service will appeal to? Once you have a clear understanding of your target audience, you need to define your USP, otherwise known as unique selling proposition. Now, that's going to be what makes your product or service different from what's already out there. This is what will set you apart from your competitors, right? So next, you want to identify the channels you'll use to reach your target audience. This could include social media, email marketing, paid advertisements, or other channels. Now, there's other channels out there like live streaming or webinars. There's so many different things that you can do in today's world, or Google Ads, whatever the case is. You'll also need to create a messaging strategy that will resonate with your target audience and communicate your unique selling proposition. So your messaging should be consistent across all channels and clearly communicate the value your product or service provides. Now, one of the things that we recommend is reading Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. We've talked about it on here. We actually have a YouTube video up that talks about your marketing roadmap, and we got that idea from Donald Miller. So if you haven't read that, definitely take $14, $16, how much ever it is, it's definitely worth it to read that, because not only will you understand how to build your brand, you'll understand how to do it in a simplistic format. And he also has something called the Story Brand Framework, which you can leverage with a software or a website that he's offered for free. So maybe we'll put that in the description, but we recommend doing that for your messaging to make sure that it's easy, make sure that it's simplistic, and make sure that it's consistent across the board. Okay, now, finally, you're going to create a launch timeline that outlines all the tasks that need to be completed before your product or service is ready to launch. Now, this should include everything from product development to marketing campaigns to customer support. Everything should be included. And so, in addition to that, you want to include milestones and deadlines so you can say that you're on track and you're moving towards a successful launch. And there's a quote out there by Elon Musk that says, if you give somebody 3 months to clean the house, it's going to take them 3 months to clean the house. If you give them 3 hours, guess how long it's going to take them to clean the house? 3 hours. So even if you're a solopreneur, or you're a very small team, or you haven't gone to market yet, still put in those launch timelines, those milestones, and those deadlines so you can put pressure on yourself to make sure that you're following through, right? If you need help on that, reach out to us. We can definitely help. That's going to be something where you're going to leverage Asana, Trello, whatever project management, Monday.com, whatever project management tool out there that you can leverage. All right. So let's keep going on with go-to-market strategies. So one thing that you want to remember is that go-to-market strategy is not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process that requires constant evaluation and adjustments as you learn more about your target audience and the effectiveness of your marketing efforts. So follow these steps and you can create a go-to-market strategy that will help you successfully launch your new company and set you on a path to sustainable growth. Now, before I go into the 5-step approach to creating your go-to-market strategy, I just want to add one thing. There is a book out there called The Lean Startup. And in there, there's a formula called build, measure, learn. And going back to that last point, that your go-to-market strategy is not a one-time thing. You want to have hypothesis, you want to have market research and analysis, you want to have all these pieces of information before you actually go to market. But with it not being a one-time thing, you want to make sure that you're adding in that build, measure, learn loop. And what that would look like is you have this initial go-to-market launch. You go to market, you build it, the list that you're going to target, you're measuring it, you're seeing how successful are these marketing campaigns doing, how successful are these paid ads doing, so on and so forth. You're taking that data, you're learning from that data, and then you're doing a full loop to get back to build, because now you've measured it and you learned, and now you can apply what you've measured and learned to that next building. So we call it a flywheel. You can call it a loop, whatever you want to call it, but make sure that you're applying this to your approach and making sure that you're constantly improving over a certain time period. Now, with that timeline and deadlines, you might have a 3-month approach, you might have a 6-month approach. Base it around your sales process and your sales cycle length, right? So that's what I wanted to call out before I go into this next phase. So what we're going to be talking about in this portion of the video is your 5-step approach to your go-to-market strategy that you can use as soon as you finish watching this video. Okay, number 1, define your target audience. Build, or before you can effectively market your product or service, you need to know your target audience. Identify the specific characteristics of your ideal customer. You'll hear us talk about ICP, ideal customer profile. This is going to be demographics, interests, behaviors. So whenever I first heard about this, it was actually from a friend I went to college with, and she knew her ideal customer profile so specifically. It was single moms who, or moms who have kids who work in corporate America. And so she could go, they drive a minivan. She could go into full detail on what her customer was. And the more that you can dive in deeper, the more targeted you can get, and the less you'll spend on ads, because you're targeting the people who would be interested in your service, in your product. So think about that and really dig in deep there. The second step, develop your unique value proposition. Now, if it sounds like I'm repeating these, I am, but I'm going a little bit deeper into these. Your unique value proposition, or your USP, UVP, is what sets your product or service apart from other competitors. Now, it should be clearly communicated. What are the benefits if you go on this course, or if you take this program, or if you buy this product, or if you use our service? What are the benefits and what is the value that your product or service will provide to your target audience? Going back to building a story brand, Donald Miller talks about transformation. So whenever you're storytelling, storytelling for marketing purposes, you want to make sure that this person starts here with a problem, and then they meet a guide, which would be you, who offers them a plan, which would be your product or service. And by investing in this, they avoided failure and reached success. And that success that they reach is that transformation. So be sure to add that to your UVP, your USP, your unique value proposition. Number 3, choose your channels. Determine the most effective channels to reach your target audience and deliver your UVP. Now, this could include a combination of social media, paid advertisements, email marketing, content marketing, or other channels. So for us, we're a B2B company, meaning we are a business that sells to other businesses. So what do you think our channels would most likely be? If you said LinkedIn and YouTube, you're right. We also leverage Instagram a lot, but that's because we have a different purpose there, which is really more so to help as many people as we can, whether it's for positive messaging, motivation, but also selling our content or selling our services there too. But we really focus on LinkedIn. That's where we do most of our prospecting. And then we deliver videos like this to hopefully encourage someone to reach out to us, because we can help a lot of people. And this is the best way to do it with YouTube because it's evergreen. So whether we're helping you for free or you choose to work with us, that's something that we're trying to get across in YouTube. Okay, number 4, create your message strategy. So develop a message strategy that communicates your UVP to your targeted audience in a way that resonates with them. Again, building a story brand. But your message should be consistent across all channels and touch points. And now, if you're revamping your branding or you're going into a new market, what you want to be able to do is, before you launch, go through all the different areas: your website, your course creation, your social medias, your YouTube, your email marketing. Make sure that everything is shifted or changed to align to what you are becoming as a brand, as a company, or your new offering, right? A lot of people will forget to do that, or they don't want to take the time to do that. And what happens there is it creates confusion. So for example, let's say that you go to our LinkedIn page and it says that we focus only on OKRs. But then you go to our website and it says that we have an ecosystem of services. OKRs are in there, but then there's this plethora of other things, which is also go-to-market strategy that we're offering. So you want to limit the confusion that a customer coming into for prospecting efforts, you want to eliminate their confusion or the possibility of confusion there. So again, it should be consistent across all the channels, all the touch points. You should clearly communicate the benefits and value of your products or service every time. Okay, I think this is 4 or 5. If I'm wrong, it's okay. Establish a launch time. We kind of got into detail on that one, so I won't reiterate that. But these 5 steps, you can use these to build a comprehensive go-to-market strategy that will help you effectively reach your target audience and drive growth for your new company. Remember to regularly evaluate and adjust strategy based off of the feedback and data to ensure your ongoing success. Again, so some of the things that I mentioned here is Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller, Eric Ries, The Lean Startup. If you are a new owner or you're an owner and you haven't read these books, I highly recommend this. If you are planning on building out your go-to-market strategy and you need some help, reach out to us today. You can reach out to me with the link in the description where you can schedule an introduction meeting. In that meeting, we're really just asking you questions about what you're trying to attain. Now, if it's a project that we can fully take on, we will 100% work with you. If it's just a little bit of advice, we'll give that to you for free, right? We love connecting with owners who are trying to impact the world or who have a very strong vision and mission of what they're trying to accomplish. So reach out to us with that link in the description or send us an email at info@imeoconsulting.com. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.